Two simple movements turn minced chicken into a favorite with the family that you'll have on repeat. We start immediately with 500 grams of minced chicken, fresh and unctuous, pressed into a wide bowl so it is easy to maneuver. Now add 2 eggs, and I crack them using the side of the fork before stirring, in order for the yolks to break evenly and the mixture to stay soft. If you are visiting my channel for the first time, subscribe so you won't miss more home-style recipes and small tricks like this. Comment below what city you are watching today. Seasoning time now. A calm sprinkle of salt and an inviting grind of black pepper, as plain seasoning makes the chicken taste like itself. Mix gently but carefully, folding from edges towards the center as you would pull in a blanket. If the mixture is clinging to the spoon, insert the spoon into a bit of water or oil and go on. Fresh dill is now added to the bowl, and the smell is fresh and green, reminiscent of opening a window. My grandmother used dill in everything and breathed the secret over me to be chopping it once and drawing the knife through the second time so that it gives up its flavor without becoming soggy. Without it, a green onion or a whiff of dried herbs will suffice to lift, and the parsley will instantly kick in to balance out the flavor. Parsley now, cut very fine so you have a fresh flavor in every bite and not grassy. I hold the bunch firmly like a miniature bouquet and shave it thin, then turn and shave some more for little pieces that cut cleanly in. Stir slowly and evenly and listen for that soft, sticky sound that means the mixture is even. If it is loose, a teaspoon of breadcrumbs will set it, and if dry, a spoon of water will loosen it. We finish this section with one last mix, then let the bowl have a minute's rest while we wash the board and catch our breath. Add a bit of water to a small pot on the stove and place it on a slow boil. 3 eggs are now added softly with a spoon, and I like to add a dash of salt in the water so they will be easier to peel later. Have them simmer steadily, not wildly, since a quiet simmer produces tender centers and clean shells. Back to the bowl now, and in go the breadcrumbs, a healthy 100 grams to give structure to the mixture so it doesn't break up and is dense. If your mix is a bit dry, get your hands wet or sprinkle over a spoonful of water, then fold until smooth and even. 2 small spoons of ketchup attend the party for color and mild, soothing sweetness, and if you prefer to have less sweetness, 1 spoon can be replaced with tomato paste without changing texture. Mix well until the color is evenly edge to edge and the herbs look pretty and evenly speckled over the chicken, because this is the part that will decide how neat everything will set afterwards. Now chop 4 cloves of garlic, and it's your choice of fine mince for a gentle underpinning or a micro plain grate for a strong flash of instant bloom. I do 2 minced and 2 grated and set them aside on a small plate. The eggs are done now, so pick them up and submerge them in cold water to halt the cooking. Place a skillet on medium heat and coat the bottom with olive oil, just enough to glimmer. Slide in the reserved garlic and let it fry until fragrant, stirring carefully so that it meets the oil without burning too fast, because burned garlic changes the entire kitchen mood from cozy to irritable. The instant the warm fragrance rises, add half an onion, minced so that it melts into the foundation, and let it welcome that warm garlicky oil with a soft sizzle as we keep the heat constant and our temper constant too. Half an onion is now added to the pan and welcomes that warm garlicky oil with a gentle sizzle, and I keep the heat medium so that it gets soft and sweet instead of rushing to caramelize. A small pinch of salt helps the onion to unwind and let juices run, and I stir in a wooden spoon, gently scraping the bottom so that everything gets coated. If onions make you tear, chill them 10 minutes or chop at the stove exhaust fan. My husband insists on wearing glasses, and actually it works. Simmer over medium heat and pay attention to a gentle sizzle, not a high-pitched hiss, because that is the noise that tells you the moisture is leaking out at just the right rate and flavor is building up slowly. If the pan appears dry, add a teaspoon of water rather than extra oil and allow the steam to dislodge anything that is stuck. A carrot is added now, grated so that it dissolves into the base and contributes subtle sweetness and color. I grate the large holes on an angle so the strands are soft and cook evenly. And if your carrot is hard, a 20-second microwave prod will make it tender without losing its freshness. 2 gentlemanly minutes here are enough, a couple of slack stirs, and you will see the orange lighten up while the onion became sleek and inviting. Half a red bell pepper goes in now, sliced into thin ribbons, and I nudge the onions and the carrot aside to make room for a hot spot in the middle for the pepper to land on and preserve its bounce. If you can't use red, yellow is beautiful and orange is sunshine in the pan. Just avoid the green if you prefer a sweeter taste. Mix all the ingredients together and let the colors greet each other, then top off the vegetables so they cook consistently and won't steam. Friends, support your channel and like this video if these little tricks make kitchen time become more relaxing for you. And if you're a new subscriber, subscribe so you don't miss the next step when we add this colorful vegetable base to the chicken mixture. Leave the pan steady over a medium heat and take a gentle stir or two with the vegetables to let the onion get silky, the carrot get soft, and the pepper stay sharp. The vegetables are cooked. Slide the hot vegetables into the bowl with our chicken and herbs that have been chopped. Fold from the edges in towards the middle with a wide spoon, then press and lift so the juices spread out. If the mixture is loose, rest it for a minute and let the breadcrumbs soak up the liquid. Now we proceed to the creamy portion. At this point, we include cheese. 120 grams grated on the medium holes so it will melt uninterrupted, but also have structure. I like to chill the block for 10 minutes beforehand and then grate it so it won't smear in warm hands. Pour the cheese into a clean bowl. Now for the boiled eggs we set aside earlier. Peel and grate them right over the cheese. Grating creates a light, even texture that melts instead of clumping. Do you love this quiet rhythm, or would you sometimes rush ahead? Include a teaspoon of mayonnaise to bind the cheese and egg together into a soft filling. If you prefer lighter, a spoon of full-fat yogurt is okay, and a small lemon squeeze livens everything up without yelling. Whisk until the color becomes pale and creamy with some golden flecks from the yolks. This will be our soft center, which softens the meaty flavor on the outside. We are almost ready for shaping, and in the next step, we will build neat squares and roll them up close so that they bake evenly and cut cleanly. Stick with me. Start a small bowl for glaze now, and whisk in honey, 1 tablespoon, soy sauce, 3 to 4 tablespoons, and a light teaspoon of ketchup, and grate in 3 cloves of garlic so the aroma bursts the moment it hits the liquid. And if honey is thick, give it 10 seconds of heat so that it dissolves smoothly, without lumps. Whisk until smooth and bright, testing for balance. Soy is meant to add salt, honey, round sweetness, ketchup, a hint of tang, and garlic, that warm zing we look forward to on cold evenings. And if you prefer less bite, throw a bit of water in to weaken it ever so slightly. The fragrance is alive now, and the kitchen is awake. Spread out late cling film or a clean food bag on the table and put the minced chicken onto it, and pat it gently into an even square of 10 to 13 centimeters width with even thickness, so it bakes evenly. Wet fingers smooth the surface best, and a spot of oil on the spatula prevents sticking. Spoon the cheese and egg filling into the center and spread lightly, leaving a neat border along the edges so nothing spills when we roll. Picture neat picnic blanket wrapped in all the way around. Spread the film to start the roll, laying the close edge over the filling. Then continue with steady pressure so the layers stick together. Have seam in back and press tiny openings with a dab of mince on a fingertip, as tiny repairs disappear in oven. Place the roll onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, slowly peeling away the film while keeping the top surface smooth, and have room between pieces to allow hot air to brown the sides rather than steaming them. Repeat after me and make the next one. After you find the rhythm, it is easier than it seems and somewhat meditative. And this is when my beagle parks at my feet like a little sous chef waiting for promotion. If you are still here, let me know in the comments honestly if you prefer watching each bit of detail or would skip to the end. And if you are new here, subscribe so you do not miss the shiny finish. Friends, support my channel and subscribe to this video if these little tricks simplify your life in the kitchen for you. This batch makes about 8 neat rolls, ideal for serving or tomorrow lunch if no one raids the fridge first. And in the next step, we will brush on that gleaming sauce and all to the heat. Roll last seam side down and leave room between them for a circulation of hot air around each piece to brown evenly. 8 neat rolls from this batch ensures that there's one for each person at the table and maybe an extra for the lucky cook. If a corner is too thin, pinch a wee bit of mince over it and smooth with dampened fingers for a tidy finish. Bring out the glissy sauce and apply a thin layer to all areas, using slow, easy strokes. A light first coat is best. Friends, support my channel and subscribe to this video if these little tricks make cooking relax. Place the tray on the center shelf of a hot oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit and timer for 25 minutes. That's our signal. The timer chimes and the kitchen is filled with the sweet and savory smells simultaneously. The rolls are lacquered and lovely, edges soft and the tops shiny. Lift them out and let them rest for a minute so the juices settle back inside. Plate simply with something fresh on the side, watch the steam curl up and enjoy that first tender bite. The best dinner is ready, very aromatic and incredibly yummy, delish and pretty. And if you are new here, subscribe so you don't miss the next comforting recipe.